Welcome to A Quest for Metal. Today we're going to be talking about bands which only did one full-length album, and I'm going to recommend you a whole bunch that you need to listen to. So these are essential one-album wonder bands. Before I get in with my list, let me know down below in the comments your favourite bands which only released one full-length. Now, I'm not talking about demos, EPs, anything of that kind of nature. I don't care how many of them they release, so it's just the full lengths. So whatever band just released one full length, they are eligible for this list. So, with that out of the way, housekeeping done. Let's kick in with the albums you have to listen to from the bands that only released one and then ran away. Bastards! Let's kick it off with a trio. That's right, I'm giving it a 3-for-1 right now of black metal essentials. Let's start it with Kavist for Kunston, and a bunch of other words I cannot pronounce, but I'll pop it down here on the screen, maybe, and it'll definitely be in the description. So Kavist, Vinterland, and of course, Weakling as well. So they're all fantastic, all essential, that most people within the black metal genre should know already, but if you don't, definitely check all three albums out. Kavist is a bit more riff orientated. The melodies are really amazing. Vinterland is definitely more melodic. Like, the melodies in Vinterland, Welcome to My Last Chapter, just so sublime. That is one of my favourites in the whole genre. I love it. Weakling even appears on Rate Your Music's like top 100 black metal albums, and it was near the top. It was in like the top 10. Dead as Dreams. You've probably seen the album art around. Absolutely haunting and really captivating black metal, fairly accessible. I love it, but I think Vinterland takes the cake out of these three, but they're all three essentials. I own all three of them, and you should too. Absolutely majestic albums for black metal listeners. And there's going to be some more black metal on this list to recommend. Don't you worry about that. But let's change gears with a little band called Repulsion. That is right, Repulsion. Horrified. This is the Grindcore album to end all Grindcore albums. It is the best. It also created the bloody genre. If you like bands like Napalm Death, if you like bands like Early Carcass, this is the album for you. It's gory, it's nasty, it's fast, it's heavy, it's in your face, and it's easily my favourite of this style of genre. Love the album art, love the intensity of the music, and it's just, no band has kind of done it better than Repulsion has. They came, they conquered, and they fucked off. And it's just kind of like in death metal, where I think Scream Bloody Gore's the best death metal album, and it was the very first, if you don't count Possessed. I think the same with Repulsion, so definitely an album to check out. Let's change gears once again, go a bit slower. We went for some grindy core stuff, a bit faster. Let's dial it back with some Funeral Doom, Ferragoffen, Stream from the Heavens. Again, the very first Funeral Doom album, and then they dipped. It has such a somber mood in the album. It's very deep, it's very dark, and it basically laid the groundwork for all the amazing albums, which I love, from one of the slowest genres around. Ferragoffen, amazing. We're not stopping there. We're going to go with Wormphlegm next. Wormphlegm is a very interesting one. They are Funeral Doom, but they've got like this evil, raw, blackened edge to them. It's so different than any other Funeral Doom albums you could listen to. It's a lot less polished, I would say. It's more gritty, it's more raw, you sink your teeth into. It's kind of a good mixture of black metal and the Funeral Doom coming together. And the name, Wormphlegm. You know you're in for a grisly time. You're going to get some grisly bits in your meat when you bite into this album, but it's fantastic and it's easily worth your time and listens. Let's go for one which is more Death Doom than Funeral Doom, although when I listen to it, I hear bits of both, and that's Disembowelment, the mighty Disembowelment. Transcendence into the Peripheral. Just, this is so heavy. It's such a heavy and epic album. It's dark, it has long passages, and it kind of reminds me of Funeral Doom, but it is technically Death Doom. But it dips its toes into both genres, but it is One of the best Death Doom albums ever made. There's no mood like it. This is the album that just stands out by itself. If you have not heard Disembowelment's absolute epic, then you're doing yourself a disservice. If you like this kind of genre, this dark, doomy genre, definitely give it a listen. It has death metal stuff in as well, so it's fun for all ages. Disembowelment, absolute fucking majestical. Carrying on with that theme, Winter into Darkness. This is more depressing, but it's still Death Doom. It has such a cold edge to it. It does feel like you're in the mountains in a cabin alone, and this music is just kind of warming you up into a depression. It's dark, evil, not quite as raw as, Wormphlegm or Heavy, anything like that, but it's more sadness. There's more sadness and melancholy in the music, and it is just an absolute essential for if you're going anywhere cold. You go to Norway, you go to Sweden, Winters into Darkness has to be on your playlist, and it is a bloody essential. Let's go for some more fantastical things now. There's a wide range of these. Caladan Brood, Echoes of Battle. You like your summonings? You like your Emon Mules? You like your Firenholts? This is the band for you, Caladan Brood. Only one album, and it's a shame because this album is so majestical, so just fantastical, that it needs more. It needs fucking more. Like, every song on here is just bananas. It's almost Tolkien-esque. Well, it is. You know what I mean? It's like going into battle. I've said this analogy loads. Like, on the fields of Rohan, you're fighting the fucking the Oliphants. Sorry, not the elephants, the Oliphants. Legolas is just behind you, skateboarding off one of the trunks, and you're like, you fucking elven bastard! It's good. You feel like you're in the thick of it. There's trumpets and horns going on everywhere. This is epic black metal, and if that's not your thing, I don't give a shit. I'm recommended it anyway. Caladan Brood, Echoes of Battle. It's a must-listen. I also want to throw Gallowbraid's Ashen Idol on here, which is... They say it's a demo, but some say it's a full-length. I don't quite know whether to include it on this list, because I said no demos and no EPs and stuff like that, so this is more of a side entry with Caladan Brood, because it's a similar style, but a bit more folky, a bit more atmospheric black rather than epic black. But it's one of my favourite albums of all time, and Ashen Eidolon by Gallowbraid is just, if you like Drook, if you like Evil Feast, and there's all these great atmospheric black metal bands, or even Summoning, mix them all in a pot. Gallowbraid has you covered in the riffs, earworms. Love Gallowbraid. You want to go more cosmic? We're fighting on the ground, but let's go into the stars. Odium, Sad Realm of the Stars. Such a great, catchy album. Cool riffs, great guitar. Saw this band live, which is insane to say. Saw this band live at Inferno Fest, was it? The one in Norway. Great band, great guitar. Love the cosmic vibe they bring, and this is one of the best albums in the game. Sad Realm of the Stars. Beautiful stuff. Also, there's a little band called Demlich. Demlich? How have I not talked about this band? Froggy vocals, interesting death metal, just one of the most unique albums ever made, and there's only one. What is going on, Demlich? What is going on? But yeah, if you like that kind of Inquisition-esque, Abath-esque, froggy style vocals, but in death metal, not in black metal, then this is the band for you. And let's end it in a one-album wonder by a band which might be releasing another one. So this might be outdated. This list might be outdated soon, but I don't know. Fawns, the classic industrial black metal band, Fawns, supergroup almost, great mix of black metal and the industrial stuff going on, just catchy ass riffs, heavy as fuck album, great production, just an absolute essential if you listen to black metal or industrial. So there you go, those are my picks for the most essential one album wonders. I love every single one of these albums. And let's do something. I'm going to pick my favourite out of the whole list. I've got the list right here. If I had to only choose one and the rest are going to be deleted, I think I would choose... See, I want to say Gallow Braid because I love Gallow Braid, but does it even count? I don't know if it counts. So I feel like out of all these bands I've mentioned, I'm probably going to pick Disembowelment. I just think Disembowelment just is a great mix of Death Doom and Funeral Doom, and it's just an absolute bloody essential top of the bloody market. I know my favourite's like black metal and stuff, but Disembowelment just is in a league of its own, so there you go, that's my pick. Again, what do you think of my list? Have you listened to every single one of these albums? Rank them down below. Let me know what you think of each one, and pop your own list down below. What have I missed off? What's your favourite one album wonder band? Let me know, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.